Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, so I've been each month looking at Native American astrology, the moon cycles, and this moon is the Ripeberries moon, and so this month is about life lessons. It's about having success or victory over your achievements and looking at having the inner courage, which is so important within this month. Okay, this is connected to the Thunderbird clan and with the with the spirit of the wheel meditation cards. We have firstly Thunderbird clan as well, which is talking about imminent change. So this month is full of changes going on. There are still changes happening within this month. It's all about the life force, the energy that lies within it, and it's about rebuilding your journey in some way, in your life path, whatever you're deciding to do. It's very much about doing that. Now, the next card from the Native American Oracle is the Sturgeon. Now, the Sturgeon is very much about wisdom, originality, pioneering spirit. It's about breaking patterns. So you're letting go of those old patterns and bringing in some new things that you need to do. So you're thinking about things outside of the box, your desire to go against the current. So it could be a sense of not going with the normal current thinking. You're thinking about your own things differently. Maybe it's about gaining a sense of inner strength within oneself. Excuse me. And about having the knowledge, the magical knowledge about being able to go. So the message is listen to your soul, follow its wisdom, no matter how hard or nonsensical it seems. There is ancient wisdom that dwells in the heart that makes no sense to the mind. So sometimes it's really important to listen to the heart, not that logical, over-analyzing self. So that's part of the journey. Okay, to get a little bit of further information, we're going to use a couple of decks to get a little bit more. So those are the cards we're focusing on: the Ripeberry Moon, Thunderbird Clan, and the Sturgeon. So we're thinking about having the courage we need to look at our life lessons. What lessons do we actually need to learn this month? So maybe that's a question we could actually ask the cards. So let's have a look. If we're using these, I'm going to try something a little different than I would normally. So let's look. What life lesson do we need to look at this month as a collective for the moon, for the thing? Now, what life lessons may we need to look at? I mean, this may not resonate with everybody, of course. So maybe you need to grab a deck of your own, and maybe you need to look at what life lessons that you need to look at to get a little bit more information. So let's have a look. Let's choose a card on life lessons. Could be about mourning. It could be about grieving. Maybe we need to learn how to grieve, how to let go, how to surrender to the heartbreak and the sorrow. Maybe that's something that we need to actually deal with. It's interesting. So what are we rebuilding? A sense of inner fight. I've got 7 of pipes here, and to me this is about an inner fight and a sense of standing up for ourselves and what we believe. So maybe there are some things that we need to grieve and let go of. Maybe we need to learn how to grieve. Maybe that's something that is a block to us grieving at the moment. And for us to rebuild, we need to learn to stand. Once we're able to learn how to grieve, we're able to sort of stand up for what we believe, which might be really important, or rebuild our own faith, our own beliefs. Oh, so here we've got transformation coming into play. So there are a lot of changes taking place this month. Seems to be there's a lot of stuff, and that gives us the chance to look at our own potential, being able to have the sense of new beginnings to the journey, new thoughts, new things happening. So quite interesting when you look at that with the wisdom and the knowledge and looking outside the box, you know, trying to see things that are a bit different for us to move ahead in some way, to be able to break free from the addictions or the repeated, I feel like it's very much about repeated patterns. Or, you know, again, I get that sense of the life lessons. So interesting cards that we need to look at overall. Now let's look at the animal card. Okay, I know we've got sturgeon here, which talks about wisdom and all that, but let's have a look at the messages from the animals. Let's look, see if we can get a little bit more information. So we've talked about grieving, learning to grieve, standing up for ourselves so that we can rebuild, you know, through the changes, or rebuild our ability to stand up for ourselves, going through the changes, looking at our potential at where we are. You know, if we go through those changes, you know, allowing things to finish and feel complete, it allows us to actually look at our potential, look at what's possible by breaking free of those repeated patterns or those things that keep us chained to the past. Whoa. Okay, so what flew out was the coyote spirit, which trusts in divine detours. So it feels like we might be pushed into different directions. Might be that we're pushed in different directions, and it's about being done gently as well. I don't feel like it's going to be done harshly. I just feel like we're going to be gently pushed into new directions. So it's up to us to sort of notice the direction we're actually moving in whatever case this may be. It does feel like there is that sense of being pushed gently into a new direction. This one here keeps pulling out of me, so let's have a look what this is. This is about thinking on your feet. So being able to, as you're being pushed gently into a new direction, being able to sort of think about your choices or your decisions that you need to make quickly as well. So even though you might be being pushed gently, you have to be able to think quickly on your feet to be able to adapt and adjust to the situation that's going on. So I want to look at Spirit of the Wheel cards. I just feel like there could be something. Ooh, it's about cleansing, spirit path, and all. So there is about detoxification, energy going with the flow, but also being able to release anything that's sort of weighing you down. Again, you get that sense of releasing those or detoxification. So you're detoxifying all those burdens, those things that feel very heavy, that are chaining you to the past. It's coming through really strongly, that sense of being able to do that this month. And this is going to be a full month, this full moon cycle of doing this. Let's have a look at the Native American Oracle. I know we've got the sturgeon there, but let's see what other cards come through for this. I just feel like there's something. Oops, there it is. Okay, we've got the beaver, which again talks about rebuilding, talks about building where we want to go. And here we have the pipe. I think let's just look at this. I feel like this is a sense. Let's have a look at this one. Card 24. I just want to get a little bit of a sort of a bigger picture with this card. Okay, this is called, no, this is actually called the calumet, which is a Native American pipe. Okay, so I know it was a pipe, but it's the calumet, which talks about peace. It's about finding, so as you're rebuilding your future, it's about finding that inner peace within oneself. Let's have a look at the message that this card brings up. Find a way to create a peaceful, mutually beneficial solution, honoring and respecting others involved. Okay, so that's interesting. So let me read this card to you. The calumet is the largest of the Native American pipes and one of the most sacred objects. White buffalo women taught humans about it and the rituals associated with it. It was used to seal covenants or treaties as a way to ensure peace. It was also used in rituals to ask favors from the gods and nature. As soon as it was lit, it was raised towards the sun, then lowered to pay homage to the earth, and finally to the four directions. So yeah, peace. It says about finding that sense of inner peace within oneself as you begin to rebuild the future that lies ahead for you, or the path that lies ahead for you at this time as you're moving through these changes. Really interesting how these cards sort of really tie in together as you look at learning to grieve and let go of the heartbreak or the sorrow, whatever's going on for you personally within your own journey. I mean, this is such a tough time, and you really do need to be gentle with yourself as you are pushed into maybe new directions, maybe things that are different. You're gaining the wisdom, the knowledge that you need to actually move ahead, face the life lesson that you need to learn at the moment, or learn how to do. You know, what do you need to learn how to do? And it might be learning to grieve. Grief might be really hard for you to get on with. You might be so I just feel like there's a sense of trying to be so busy. You know, I feel like that sense of being a builder, the beaver too, is about being so busy that you actually don't have time to sit and reflect on being able to grieve as well. So that could be another card too there. You could be looking at that as a reversal in sense of being able to let go of being busy. So that may be something that you need to think of to find that inner peace within oneself. And once you find that inner peace, then you're able to move forward. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be.